where Be'lakor came from and what terrible deeds he committed to attract the attention of the greater Chaos gods are not known. In this one sentence, it sums up what's wrong with Warhammer Plus, and that is a total lack of courage. Why do you not know where Be'lakor came from? These are the things we want to know. We want to know his backstory, not just when he became a demon prince. We want to know how he became a demon prince, what he started off as, and where he came from. Your Games Workshop, you just need to write it. It's not like you're going to get taken to court for ruining the lore or writing your own stories. Just do it. Give us what we want. Sorry about that. It's things like that that really frustrate me. It's things that Games Workshop could give us that we couldn't get elsewhere. We couldn't find willy-nilly on YouTube, on any channel. We could actually get it straight from the horse's mouth, and they just don't seem willing to do that. They would rather just rehash more Black Library stuff for us. Anyway, on a more positive note, I had a little look on the Games Workshop site for job opportunities to see if there was anything for Warhammer Plus, and while there wasn't anything directly related to it, there were a few jobs up for the mobile team, for mobile apps, so I'm hoping that that is additions to the team rather than replacements for people that left. Games Workshop have got a pretty big IT infrastructure, so it could just be comings and goings, but I'm hoping not. They've also got a few other jobs up there that could possibly feed into Warhammer Plus, but with such a large team, you can't really make any assumptions on it. Fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that it's going to improve things on the app front. Warhammer Vault was back on form this week. We get 4 white dwarves, and we get Warzone Damocles Kion. Now, this book didn't have a little suffix on it saying the lore, but I checked through it and there are no rules inside. But what there are there's tons of information on Tau, Imperial Knights, House Terran in particular, Raven Guard, and I think some White Scars as well. So for the Tau, there's like alternate colour schemes and things like that. There's loads of fluff, there's loads of lore. It's actually really good. I'm going to go back and read the whole thing, and it's about 125 pages, so there's a lot of reading in it. As for White Dwarfs, I was really surprised to see one of them was the Rise of the Primarch issue, and it was from 2017. I can't believe Guilliman has been back for 4 whole years, and we haven't had any more Primarchs after that. I really wish they would bring back the Lion, the Khan, Rogel Dorn, or any other ones that are still around. Maybe Vulcan. It's been a long time, and I think it's time that we got another one. I wouldn't even mind a Demon Primarch. I would actually love Fulgrim to come back. I would love to see what the model would look like for him. On to the shows, and I'm sad to say there is less than an hour of watching this week. Without a battle report, it's always a little bit light, but even the shows are shorter than usual. Masterclass was decent. It was about painting silver armour with a blue tint to it, and there was some really good use of contrast in this. It was a really good tutorial. It was only 11 minutes long, and I can't help but feel that it might have been half of a longer tutorial on painting silver, and I wouldn't be surprised to find the other half drops in a week or two just as extra content. Whereas at 11 minutes it probably should have been 20 minutes and have double the content in it. As you may have gathered from my little rant earlier on, Lore Masters this week was about Be'lakor. And don't get me wrong, it was still decent for a character that I don't know that much about. I'm not really into demons. It was a good watch, but it was just that first line where we don't know where he comes from. I mean, come on. We want to know where he comes from. That's the whole point of watching these Lore Master things. And you're in the perfect position to write something and make something up. If there's nothing about where he came from, it is within your gift to make it up and tell us where he's come from. I don't know. I'm going on a rant again. I'll stop there. A lot of people in the comments seem to have a problem with Wade Price and his delivery, but I actually think he's a really good presenter. I really quite enjoy watching him. The runtime of this was 26 minutes, which is about average for a Lore Masters these days. They were a bit shorter, then they were a wee bit longer, and this is somewhere in the middle. Angels of Death, as usual, was brilliant this week, although I did have a major problem with it. Pure Strain Gene Stealers got into the fight, and as we all know from Space Hulk, they're meant to be lightning fast, amazing in close combat, and just scary as heck. In Angels of Death, they just seemed like lumbering animals. They didn't seem that dangerous, and it was actually a disappointment when they turned up, because they were pretty rubbish. So that upset me a bit. Like, being a massive Space Hulk fan, Gene Stealers are meant to be almost a match for a Blood Angel Terminator in close combat, so it wasn't right. The bits I did love were the rousing speeches, the camaraderie between the Marines, and the effect of having a proper leader in charge. It was awesome. The alien feel continues, and I'm so excited for what's coming next. The end of it was brilliant, although I can't say too much without revealing a major spoiler, but it gave me chills. I'm really excited for the next 2 episodes, or the last 2 episodes, because I'm so sad that it's coming to an end, and there had better be a series 2, but I suppose that depends on what happens to the Blood Angels in the last 2 episodes. Fingers crossed they come out of it okay, so I just urge you, go and watch it yourself. Or if you're subscribing for a month, wait for the next 2 weeks when all 10 episodes are out, then subscribe, watch the whole thing. It'll be amazing, trust me. Well, that's it for another week. I think we're pretty settled into the 3 episodes a week schedule now. What we could really do with is a roadmap. We could do with being told what's coming over the next few weeks, rather than just going to Warhammer Community on a Sunday and finding out there. I really think for us to get excited about it, we need something to look forward to, and we've just not got that at the moment. Also, apologies for my voice. I've got a bit of a chest infection at the moment, so I'm doing my best to keep going, but it's making my voice all croaky. Let me know what you thought about this week's offering in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, maybe subscribe to my channel. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.